And live.
Oh, well.
Hey,
Hi, everybody.
it went live at the perfect time, okay?
Yes, it did.
I'm safe to unmute now.
Hi, everybody.
Shay, what are your thoughts on Elmo again?
Yeah,
Listen,
can you
he has,
reconnect?
he has
War
a
criminal.
checkered past. He has a checkered past.
He's 3.
How many years has he been 3?
It's a complicated
Eldritch
history.
Bean.
Yeah. No, that's what we should have gone with it.
That's
stays-
Elmo and Ash Ketchum, eternally the
stays-
same age.
He
Shut up,
stays
you guys
young
wanna
through
spoil my
war crimes.
I was gonna say they aged Ash. They gave him teeth.
Whoa.
He's got a kid now, dude.
Right, exactly. But anywho, hi everybody. Welcome to Naked Roll Rats.
Oh.
We're gonna play some D&D. Welcome to our second campaign, Ties That Bind. I am Tam, your guys' DM, and I go by she, her.
Hey everyone, my name is Ethan. I play the party's champion fighter, and both of us go by he, him.
Hi, I'm Tony. I play Nobunori, the gnome rogue thief. And we both go by he, him.
Hi, I'm Taylor. I go by he, him. I'm going to be playing Fumi, the party's moon druid shifter. She goes by she, her.
Hi, I'm Jaden, and I'll be playing Tai Renshing, the party's human, great old one warlock, and both of us go by he, him.
Hi, I am Jay. I will be playing Tadashi, the changeling wizard, and we are both he, him pronouns.
Just little announcements before we get into recap and everything. Thanks everybody that's been joining along with both this game and our Wednesday game. It's been awesome to see some new people and just people enjoying what we're doing. So keep it up. We do this game every Saturday, and then we have a bi-weekly game on Wednesdays at 8:30 Central, and then that one's ran by Tony. But I think that's it as far as announcements go.
Bless you.
Filling space.
Buffer,
The fitness man
buffering.
pacer test
1
is
second, I
multi-stage
need to get a
aerobic.
drink. I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
Okay,
You're fine.
okay, everybody, while she's gone, everybody, let's fight this monster. Okay, everybody go.
All right,
go. Attack.
Somebody else give the recap. Ethan.
Dude, my notes are not good enough to give.
No,
a
I got it.
recap.
I got
All right,
it.
Jaden. Last time.
So
Dragon
last we
Ball
left
Z.
off, we just left Pirate Island. Shit, wrong note. Hold on.
No.
We really were there forever,
no.
weren't we?
Some say we never left.
Oh man, no.
They're still there to this day.
Yeah, exactly. Some people didn't leave that island. They're
True.
still there. So
Very true, very true.
it's fine. We didn't get to do half the stuff I wanted to on that place anyway. So ta-da, new campaign. I'm.
Snap reset.
Yep. You guys aren't gonna play the game my way. You won't play the game at all. Anywho, so last time, you all were investigating a lumber mill that had been. Half of you were investigating a missing order that you were looking for, and then the other half of you were doing a wellness check on the lumber mill owner and the purveyor of it, and both of which found out that there was a creature there that had been taking over the lumber mill as its new home, a creature known as a Kel that creates these dams that it likes to hide all of its new fangled toys away, known to be a kind of trickster demon, and would swap things out by sneaking them or grabbing people out of the water. While investigating, you saw the Kel do this, as your lovely fighter Kaizen was almost dragged downstream, but with a couple of interesting spell choices and some talking to of this Kel, you all had discovered that the Kel was making a new home due to the fact that its old one had been ransacked. After finding this information, and the fact that the creature was not able to say whether or not it would give its people, the people that it took, back to you all, you dispatched of the Kel and went to investigate where the old Kel Dam was. So upon crossing a river, which was a rather exciting for several reasons. One, we got to see just the sheer usage of ball bearings, how great they can be as an item. We saw we had a familiar dispatch to do to ball bearings, but you all were able to cross the river and make your way down the outlet to you had started to approach this old Kel Dam, and as you had approached, you saw that indeed this Kel Dam had been almost ripped off, just like an egg just popped off, and a set of massive cloven footprints headed one way, and a series of footprints, more humanoid in size, running off to the other side. So that is where we are beginning this. What would you all like to do?
I would like to call my sweet Emir to me, from wherever he was. I forget.
He dispatched. We retconned that he poofed later,
Yes,
even though the time.
later
So
in the day he'll be gone.
yes. So you could summon him again. I will give you that if you'd like.
I will grab Amir, and just kind of keep him on my arm for a moment, kind of surveying the area, and seeing the cloven hooves. I'll put my head to his and point him out and send him down the tracks. If he finds anything, report back. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for Amir, please. Perception check, if you would.
Got it.
We're also going to be tracking the human footprints, right?
That's where we are going.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh.
I just wanted to also give hey, go down there, look if you can find something, do. If not, then we're going with the human footprints.
Would we be taking time here as a group to investigate the actual wrecked dam itself, or are we just going to kind of immediately pivot and take off on the tracks? You think?
You may
This
ask.
is. Well, I didn't know if we'd planned that at all coming up. If they'd indicated.
That
No,
that was where we were at.
Okay,
So if you
okay.
would like to do so, feel free to converse.
No. Just
I- DM, just tell me. We don't roll.
Give me
role play.
orders. I don't want to play the game. Tell
Hey.
me what to do.
They said keep my hands and feet inside of the ride at all times, and you're really asking me to jump off of this railroad.
I am asking you to put your hands above your head at best. So
Ty is gonna jog over to the dam where the cloven footprints are and see if we can, if the footprints look familiar at all, if I can get a gauge of what the beast is, or at least a ballpark, how heavy, how strong, if there's any specific markings on the dam of claws or horns or anything like that.
The description that we got was it had slashing attacks, and also the thing had horns.
Right, but when I was looking in the Kel's mind, it was just kind of an
A
amorphous
shape,
blob.
yeah.
And so I want to see if there's anything that Ty can.
would
A
I was gonna
tuft
say,
of
would you like
fur.
me to redraw the beautiful drawing that we had last time of basically all that the Kel gave you? It was
No.
just this round figure, like you know how when you're staring at the sun, like if someone is standing in front of you, it's really
the
hard to,
backlit.
yeah,
Yep.
that's the vibe that you got from your image within the Kel.
Right, and so I want to try to investigate a little further and see if I can.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's tufts of fur or just any sort of anything that Ty has done up until this point of like tracking animals.
Right. Okay. As far as that goes, then, Ty, I will have you do specifically a survival check if that's the case. Anyone that's just like checking out the dam, you're welcome to do a perception check, either singular or together, depending on how you buddy up. I will say 2 people for that check if you want to.
Can I just kind of keep an eye out, make sure nothing sneaks up on us?
Yeah, go ahead and do a perception check for that then, if you'd like, Kaizen.
23 on the survival check.
Nice.
Very nice.
I'm itching my ass.
I'm just gonna, while they're investigating and kind of looking around and checking, I'm just gonna take a couple of minutes and ritually cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Right. My check, I guess I'll investigate the dam itself. I'm looking for survivors or injured people.
Perfect.
Which is a what check?
Perception for that.
Delight.
Okay, sweet. Awesome. Nori, was there anything that you were wanting to do?
No, I think bases were covered.
Okay, sweet. So we'll start with Ty, and then depending, we'll go to Amir next. For you, Ty, as you as you are checking this out, specifically like looking for tracks and everything, this looks like something very large came and just full on stomp like bronco bucked this dam. It is disheveled, it is broken, and the footprints that you see going away indicate a creature like your footprint is probably half the size of like the full width of this and cloven two hooves that go off into the forest. There is a also very large amount of dragging on the ground. This creature doesn't seem like it is walking normally. This isn't like pretty and like it, these footprints are like dragging and clomping and dragging and clomping. This seems to be a very heavy creature as well. The trees that go past this, you see that along the bases of them, if there is any fur, it is very long and almost like yakish in texture. And the anything that's like broken from about the shoulder width down seems to be due to like being shoved, but you do see further up on the trees or just moving down, you see that there is a, gosh dang it, Tony. You see that there is like active gashes along the trunks of the tree. So whatever this is seems to have a mass that is like bulldozing its way through this forest. You do not see any additional footprints besides this. And there does seem, the reason why you see the footprints going away from this so strongly is just because whatever footprints it had going to this place were covered up by its own tracks. There's not a second trail of these footprints. Okay. And to piggyback off of that, Amir, as Amir flies to follow this footprint trail, probably a good like 10 minutes away, Amir starts to hear just like it sounds like a creature sniffing and rooting about, and Amir can start to hear some trees, branches breaking, and things start to get kind of knocked over. And as Amir approaches, sees a very large beast, long hair that kind of trails to the ground. It is currently facing away from Amir, and but is probably a large creature, according to the rest of you. But you do also hear amongst the rooting, or Amir would hear, the amongst the rooting and everything, there is like a whip sound as it is continuing to root amongst the area that it is rooting in. But it is gray and brown and dirty, and it got like sticks and everything like all up in its hair and everything, but its face is still very actively down. Very bull-like in appearance, at least in the face, that Amir would be able to see just from kind of the angle of the back.
Okay. Boy. Can we do a flyby and continue forward to try to get a look at the frontal form and then just keep going forward?
Yeah. The as Amir, and I'll keep your 18 because it's just a continuation. As Amir continues to fly past, is Amir being sneaky about this, or were you just?
Amir's trying to get it done.
Okay, cool. We're just gonna check something real quick. No worries. You're fine. That is a 5 to a perception from this beast, as it is just. I mean, even with its pluses, it wouldn't matter. This beast has actually a dual set of horns. It has a shorter set of horns in its front, and it has a big, massive bit of horns in the back. The horns themselves, especially the back horns, have a rippling of black through them. And as you get closer to the front of this beast, the coloration of it also is very, like, there's these black tendrils throughout the color of the coat, and everything. But it is the whipping sound that you heard as Amir kind of flies by. You see this tongue, almost like anteater, like in how it flicks, like just wrapping around trees and like ripping up bushes and like trying to find something to enjoy. But it does not seem currently to have any people with it over there. You don't see anyone in the vicinity, but the trail that it is on currently continues onward. And we'll get to there in just a second. We'll do Fumi next.
Me again.
But just a different information.
Yep.
And Kaizen, you get dust in your eye. I apologize.
Damn allergies.
Always that time.
You're still shivering from that ice that you were. No, I have. No, Kaizen, as you're standing on, like, trying to like check this out, there like logs keep shifting, and one of them starts rolling towards you, so you have to like dive off to the side to miss it. So you're just distracted from investigating as much as you would like to. For Fumi, the biggest thing that stands out is there's stuff in here. There seems to be a collection of like little pouches and traveler's gear. It seems like there's like some walking sticks, some like paddleboard sort of setup, things that people might traverse the river with. It looks like there used to be a like set up for people in here, but it is no longer. And this place is completely empty. There does not seem to be the case of anything going on here now.
Great. Fumi's gonna kind of shift around the logs, apologize for throwing them at our party member here, Kaizen.
All right.
Sorry about that. There's like traveler's gears and pouches in here. It seems like all the stuff it collected over time. There's no bodies, so that's always a good sign.
There appear to be any incense or burnable herbs.
There's bags and pouches.
I didn't know if they were labeled and itemized.
Maybe. No, this looks like a name on there. Ren. Is there a Ren in here? No. Okay. I don't
Wait,
think so.
how's it spelled?
RYN.
No, no
Okay,
relation.
You got it.
As I'm jogging around from the other side. Whatever it is, it's massive. It doesn't seem to be particularly nimble. It seems to be kind of blundering its way about. But massive. Obviously, we're going to have to deal with it eventually, but we're going to want to be prepared.
Fumi is going to look out into the winds and kind of feel it for a second. Yes, my companion has eyes on it. We'll just keep checking in, I guess. Let's try to find these people first.
Right.
And I'll hop down from the dam and I'll see. I'm not looking for where the footprints are going. I'm trying to gauge how the footprints are. Like, was this terror and panic? You know, was this anybody injured? Is there any blood?
Okay. If that's the case, then survival check for you as well.
I would love to do one. A hot 11.
These seem not like the most freshest of footprints. They are a little bit faded off. But they do look, the closer to the dam, they seem a little bit kind of really stacked and everything. And it seems like the stride is fairly long between all of them. There is one set that looks like it is a little bit of a shorter stride. It looks like there's a like a short, long, short, long, short, long as far as the pace of it. But that's about it. Potentially, whoever was moving well. Seems like they were all able to, whoever was here seems to have taken a beat when it happened. So
when the ritual cast of Detect Magic finishes, Tadashi will give a quick walkthrough of the area just to see if anything pings with magic.
Okay.
If not, he'll just group up with the others to start off down the human tracks.
Okay, sweet. The not really anything pings for you in here. There's a lot of like little things. Like if there's anything, you do find like a small trinket that has like the tiniest bit of illusion magic on it, but it's like weak on that spectrum. But that's about it that you would find in here.
He'll kind of just roll it over in his hand a few times, then just flick it off into the mud.
Okay.
Oh, priceless. Oh, it was a family heirloom.
Heirloom.
Not anymore.
Was there anything else that you wanted to do?
Yeah, I guess start following the tracks.
Do we want to
I
make
will- I was just
going
gonna say.
ask, do we want to make a... Do we want to make a formation? Are any of you more akin to tracking or more aware of these parts? I'm not used to it being so wet.
Right. Yes, I used to do search and rescues, far in between, but I'm a little better at taking care of squishier people. But I can lead if you'd like me to.
I can be right behind. I'm not the best at tracking, but if we get in a fight, just make sure you're behind me.
Very well. I guess I'll just drop back whenever time does come.
Nori.
Just take the bet.
Perfect. So walking order would be
Fumi.
okay.
Kai?
Okay.
Tadashi would probably stick very close to our Dragonborn, since that's the most viable person to use as cover.
Be a big boy.
The ball bearing duel will be in the back.
Someone said token up, sorry.
Oh, you're on thin ice, Jay.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Right,
Make a
too.
token. You make a token right now.
Let me go find it. Where's the thing?
Do you need me to
You're
make you
good.
one?
As long as the image downloads from our DM's fine, I should be able to do it. I just kind of forgot.
Token stamp. Come on now.
Don't have that up right now as we speak on my end. The amount of times that I have just used token stamp and been like, I need an NPC. Like,
Yep.
it's great. The fact
It's
that you
such
guys
a good website.
RP for long enough for me to find something is awesome.
Yeah, no problem.
We know
thank
when to
you for
waffle.
You were the
Yeah.
hero.
that. Okay,
Gotta let
awesome.
timer.
Fumi, since you're taking point, feel free to do a perception check if you would like. Probably Kaizen would be the only one that I would actively say give you advantage if you would like to take it. Otherwise, it would just be a straight roll for you.
You want to help me out on this one, pal?
Yeah, I can sure try.
Right.
The wings come up as blinders, and you're able to focus.
Right, yeah. A nice 12.
Okay. Like I said, it's as you're walking, you're realizing that these footprints are at least a day or two old. The beast that Amir is checking out, like, it seems like the trail that was there was a very active trail. But it seems like for these, they've been able to kind of be, these are just not as recent as that trail is now. You guys walk for about an hour or so into this forest and trying to follow these footprints the best that you can. As you guys are continuing to follow them, it's getting scarcer the further that you get in, just because things are getting a little bit more dense. It's harder to follow where the footprints have been on moss or that sort of thing. But you do see up ahead that there does seem to be a large tree. A tree that's a little bit bigger than everything else, but it looks like it's dying out. And would a 16 hit you, Fumi?
Wow. Yeah, it would.
Okay. A stone gets pelted from above with this tree as a slingshot is fired at you.
A slingshot. Okay. Boomy's gonna take it, of course.
It's
Just
1 point
kinda-
of damage, you're fine.
Oh, good. No, I'm kidding.
What was that?
Yeah, did we see where that came from?
The angle of it came from above in the canopy of the tree.
By the gods, we're the search party. And I'll give a wave of like, don't shoot.
And I'm just gonna actually just start running straight like up the tree.
As you are booking it up the tree, and as Fumi says, "We're the search party," you hear, "Hey, hang on, wait!" And then look, and then Nori, as you scale this tree, and you're able to get eyes, you see a elven figure, kind of middle-aged looking, but just equipped with a single slingshot and everything, looks over to you and goes, wait, no, I'm sorry, and like puts the hands up and goes, it's Crane, you all, yes, great, here, fantastic, and like just, and the way that he's speaking, it seems like Common may not be his like first language. He's there's just enough of a break, and actually, for Nori, you would know this to be one of the people from town, one of the workers at Crane's shop. You have seen him in like the bar and about town, but I don't know if you would have ever actually had a conversation with this figure, but he at least looks familiar to you.
I just, I look over at him and go, can I ask you real quickly, what are you shooting at?
Crane said, hit the moving.
Probably hit monsters, right? Not people.
You move. Sorry.
I just start jumping up and down on the tree limb.
His hands are still up, and he looks incredibly embarrassed.
Is there a dialect or an accent or something where you can try to make what his primary language might be?
Probably the closest it would be there's enough of a softness to it that it may come across as like Elvish or Sylvan or something like that, like, but he or something of that like, but the Common is just straightforward enough that doesn't seem to be but it's at least it's clean Common, but like it's the grammar that sucks, if that makes sense.
Right.
So yeah, I'll just look at him and point at him and point down, and then I'm just going to just start going down, and you're just gonna see Nori just like be able to slide down this tree like it was pretty much nothing.
Great. He's one of the castaways, I guess we'll call him, lumbermill workers.
Yes, looks like we found their watch, which is good. Are you okay?
Good. I'm fine. Just taken off guard. I didn't expect to be assaulted by the runaways.
This gentleman comes down from the tree, and he goes, and he looks and sees you, Fumi, and goes, "You fix a foot? Yes?
Yes, one of you was limping. Yes, I can heal.
Come." And Crane.
Crane, yes, we're going.
He is short and just like walks in to where this tree is, to where this tree is very obviously like rotted out in the center, and you can see that they've set up kind of this like makeshift little setup for Crane, a rather lanky looking older human man. He is definitely not like halfling size or things like that, but boy howdy is he cussing out every single person in this place. And there as there's at least two other companions with him that are trying to make him comfortable, trying to get him to drink water, and the like. So you see Old Man Crane on the ground with a brace on his foot, and the other two figures, you see a half-orc woman, and you see a Goliath gentlemen as well, and they are all just trying to take care of Mr. Crane.
So there's 4 of them in total, including the scout who just shot us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to Crane and be like, "Oh, you look like shit."
And he looks at you and goes, "Yes, I am. Fix me now."
Okay. I'm going to pull out. I'm gonna pull out my healer's kit and take some splints, and I'm gonna set his leg. And
he starts to like pull his leg away from you and goes, "These idiots have already made this hurt far more than it ever should have been. You be careful. If it hurts once, I'm giving it to her." And looks over to you, Fumi.
Oh, at this point, it's him or nothing. You gotta be nicer to the people who come to save you.
She's gonna look around a little cautiously, and he'll take this giant beat-up spell book off his waist and hold it out in front of Crane's face and just say, "You probably shouldn't yell since there's a big monster in the area, so just bite onto the binding if you need to, because it's probably not gonna feel great when he, sets your leg."
And Crane looks at the book and looks up at you and goes, "Excuse me," and just reaches down and pulls out a piece of his own leather and goes, "I don't know where your hands have
As he's
been."
talking, I just take his leg and set it.
Beautiful.
And here we go!
So,
just-
he rolls a hit
Yeah.
die, and
Perfect.
and regains what he did, plus he gets to add an extra +2 to whatever his hit dice is,
Okay.
and then I'll wrap it up and put a stent into it, and just do a field dressing.
A field dress of it. Okay. Crane heals for 6 points of healing, and just is cursing through this leather, and the Goliath gentleman just kind of pats his head and says, "Sir, it's going to be okay," and just kind of puts his hand over Crane's, as Crane is just like, and like just going off. And this Goliath looks to you all and goes, "Thank you. It's much appreciated. We've been stuck here for a day or two. So thanks. Now we should be able to carry him out."
Don't need any food, or are you all right?
They don't say it, but all of their the 3 workers, their ears kind of prick and their eyes kind of go up when you mention food.
I'll give the group 5 rations.
Perfect.
I'll pull out my water skin and let them all have it.
I don't know, Tadashi's still grumbling about the comment about his hands, saying things along the lines of, "I bathe more in a month than these backwoods hicks bathe in a year. Suggest my hygiene is improper. It's a travesty."
Terrible.
Ty's gonna
What
kinda-
an offense.
Yeah, Ty's just gonna kind of turn around and look at you and go, "You've got to grow some thicker skin, boy."
He'll look down at his hands in a literal sense and kind of pull at the skin, testing its elasticity, and then kind of just turn away from you and like massage them a little bit,
These
testing
people
them for
almost died.
calluses.
Let them be a little upset.
I was gonna say he's also just a grumpy old man. He's just gonna do what he's gonna do. He's gonna say stuff. Okay, everyone.
will-
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, we get it. Okay.
I'm gonna look up at the Goliath or the half orc, one of them. Is this all of you?
The half-orc woman goes, no, there was a fifth. That thing took her. I don't know where they went.
Okay. Well, then we need to hurry up and probably head over. At least try to find her.
So sorry, which thing took her? Was it the big oafish one, or was it the more fuzzy, nice thing that already captured you?
No, the big nasty one. The Kel was civil once we got to the dam. It seemed like it was going to let us go at some point, but it seemed a little bit. It wasn't long between putting us there and the thing coming and ripping up the dam. Maybe a day or so. So actually, we've been without food. Thank you, by the way, for a couple of days now. So this is very helpful. But it seemed like the Kel wasn't really interested in us. It was more interested in keeping us there.
Okay, well, either way, you don't have to worry about that thing anymore. Now we're gonna go take care of the other thing.
Thank you.
I think we might help them get this party moving first and send them down the stream at least.
Yeah, we can do that.
Follow us to the stream, and then we'll help them cross it and get back over, and we can start hunting this bigger form. Of course, they're going to send us out for it regardless.
If we're going to fight that big oaf, I could use a little bit of time to prepare. Maybe while they're eating and drinking, let's take a short rest and make sure we're ready for what we're about to endure.
Very well. Fumi will turn to the young wizard. You see, this is the time to rest. Whenever you find the people, it's good to stop and let them recover, and then recover yourself and bring them back. That's the idea of a search party.
Actually, like, that's completely going over his head, and he's just gonna kind of breeze past it and say, so, this may shock you. I've not been in many fights against large monsters. What should I expect?
Keep on your feet.
Don't
Fight
let
with
it
your
get,
life on the line.
yeah, don't let it get close to you.
With how it looks from my Amir's angle, this thing is probably hungry, ravenous. So, yeah, don't let it grab you, and stay away. Your life is on the line.
And be careful, because it does like to capture fair maidens.
Slight blush.
Not helping the accusations here. While you all are resting, Old Man Crane, they give him 2 rations just to keep his mouth going, as he is just still cussing out this Kel, cussing out the fact that his lumber mill was being ransacked, and he's gonna fall so behind on orders, just is going off, but he's doing this as the Goliath is just shoveling food into his mouth, like old man in an old folks home who just has too much time to complain, and cute assistant worker just being like, yep, okay, just shoveling it into his face, as the elf and the half-orc woman have kind of taken you all out, either outside or to the front of this hollowed tree, and the half-orc woman goes, listen, as much as I would like to say that what you are probably going to find is hopeful. The angle that Carrie got whipped out of that dam, I don't foresee her doing well. So, if you are able to find a body, we would love to do something with it. Potentially give her a proper burial. If she's alive, the gods willing, that would be great to, if you are able to heal, but please, at this point, just figure out what that monster is. I feel like that's a bigger danger than sending you on a pointless mission to simply rescue a body. I think it will give you all more purpose, I would hope, and better sleep at night knowing that you didn't just chase down an empty cause.
I think for the first time since this whole thing, like the mask slips just a little, and it's no longer like, why am I here? There's like actual fear and discomfort on Tadashi's face, and he's no longer like, there's no longer the subtle smirk, and he actually like tucks his head into his book for the rest of the time we're sitting there recovering, and actually uses his arcane recovery to focus up. But hearing that they're probably already dead seems to have shaken him up a little more than the kind of farcical, reluctance. So it seems a little more sincerely disturbed.
Right. Fumi, was there anything that you wanted to say?
Right. I will give you no illusions. It has been days. If they were injured, then their injuries might have taken them. We'll and she'll kind of look around to her group, kind of assessing the people that she has to her use.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna take care of the big guy first, and then maybe search for a little while. But I'm unsure if recovery is the idea.
Regardless, and she kind of like looks over to Crane as he's still just old manning it, and she goes, we'll happily, we'll pay some sort of reward here. The least that we could do for you all, and like specifically looks over to Nori at that point and goes, I know that the work that the rats do or should be acknowledged, and she actually looks over to you, Nori. With your reputation within the village, she would have very quickly given a coin to you. And she goes, I'm sorry, this is all that I have at the moment. More than happy to provide more, but honestly, you do deserve more for healing such an enlightened individual.
I give her a nod. I always accept the tip. Thank you very much.
Of course. It looks like the work is good. And if there's anything that Old Man Crane at least holds a standard to, it's good work. Hence the reason we're all here. There's gonna be so much cleanup after this, isn't there?
Speaking of the mill, you might have to repair the turbines. And there's a bunch of water damage, of course, because it was trying to flood and make that its new dam.
So that's where it's been.
Yes.
Oh, so
Okay.
some asshole dug a bunch of pits.
I believe that was him.
And she the half-orc smiles at you and goes, oh, thanks. That was us through instruction, but it's our job sometimes to to do work that we are commanded to do. So
Also,
glad
you
to
need
know.
make them a little bit
They
deeper.
proved quite
some,
effective.
Put them a little bit deeper. Put some spikes in them. They really didn't hurt people enough.
It hurt plenty. And he'll like rub his shin.
The elven gentleman looks particularly proud as you all say that, like, the varying degrees of pain and everything, like, and Nori, the half-orc woman, leans over to you and goes, me and Lo over there, we dug the big pits, so thank you for letting us know that the small pits did something but needed to be more effective.
I
Ken
mean,
over there.
they were hysterical. I mean, the small pits were at least funny.
I mean, if they work to an extent, I mean, he is weaker than us, so we'll make sure that those. He's more of our accountant, I guess is a good way to word that.
Smaller pines. And you grab the roots and then you can stick them down, and then you put leaves on top of that. The small
Got
ones
it.
were fine, but they did need to be a little bit more.
What time of day was this? Was this at night or was this during the day?
Well, it was sometime that some of us.
It's so hard to say.
Okay,
Searching. We really were just trying to
for sure.
focus on.
If
Um,
I only asked to see because if it had been really obvious during the day, then of course we'll do the leaves trick. Thank you. I appreciate that. We will. We are just trying to appease a crabby man.
Okay. Well, we need to be off. So let's head towards to the stream. Help you guys get cross.
Okay. The Goliath basically just scoops up Mr. Crane, and they follow you all to the river.
I'm gonna, as we're walking, I'm gonna just keep eyeing Kai. Do I know Kai? Is he from like the nearest village? Have I seen him before?
Probably not from the nearest village, but you have. Kai, do you have any order paraphernalia on you? I cannot remember if you did or not.
No.
Okay.
You probably would have. I mean, his appearance is definitely one that you'd remember.
Right.
You might have seen him in Crossing, but
yeah, especially with the time that you have been in like the main city, at the crater, you probably have seen in passing or at least heard of this winged dragonborn. But as far as like knowing actually, go ahead and roll a history check for me just to see. I like doing it this way. How much do you actually know
dirty
about
20.
this gentleman? Beautiful.
Do I know his mom's name?
His mom's name,
sorry.
his blood type,
My
his social
mother's
security.
That's what natural 20s are for.
Ah.
But for a dirty 20, you do.
You get his father's name.
Yeah, you get the stepdad. It's still up there and important, just not as important as the. I killed Jaden. I'm sorry.
I got it with my nose.
Man down.
I'm so sorry. For your time, Nori, at especially being in the big city of the Shinsaki crater and eventually coming here for work, there were grumblings about, specifically outside of your Order of Tiger, almost had a what's the best way to word this? Not necessarily like a wanted poster out for this figure, but through just like the rumor mill and that sort of things, a winged dragonborn has not necessarily been held in high esteem within the Order of Tiger. He seems to have done good work. There is rumored to be an old general figure, but does not seem to be held in high esteem amongst their order at the moment. Has not been recruited by any other orders that you know of, but at least with the rumblings of the Order of the Rat, especially, the work that he is doing or has done has been a little bit of the anti-bullying persuasion, and would that be correct, Kaizen? I'm assuming. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
I just want to make sure that we're new characters. I'm super panicky of like making sure that I'm getting backstories right. But that's kind of there is probably the most prominent way that you would know of the and why you would have heard of a specifically bird-winged dragonborn.
Such a goof.
Yeah. Infamy, I think, was the word you were looking for.
No.
Thank you.
Okay. I thought you were talking about me calling him a goof. I was
No.
like, no, I was talking about my dog.
No, it's not good to tell.
No, infamous. So he's
Yes.
more than famous.
Infamous.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as we're walking, I'm just gonna kind of tug on Kai's, like, the side of his leg, and be like,
Yeah.
hey, real quick, your name's Kai, right?
That is correct, yeah. I don't think
You-
we ever exchanged names.
Oh,
Formerly.
I'm so sorry. I've heard of you. I'm sorry you haven't. I'm Nobunori. Nice to meet you. I work with the Order of the Rats. Are you still working with the Tigers?
No. No, I'm not. If you don't mind me asking, how'd you know I used to work with the Tigers?
Oh, I usually keep my ears around trying to keep up with current events. Are you looking for more work?
I suppose it depends on the work. Need to get back to the crater soon after this job, though. I've got business there.
Okay. Well, if you're ever in the area and you're looking for work, I'm always looking for capable people.
Well, thank you. I know your order's done some fine work in the past. I wouldn't mind working with the Rat.
Yeah, one good thing about working with the Rat is the fact that we're able to kind of work with different people in and out sort of situations. I like the freedom of it.
Suppose there's niceties to that.
Okay. You look like a capable person. I can't wait to see the holds up in action.
I hope we don't disappoint, but I also don't hope we get into anything we can't handle.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. My compatriot here, Fumi, is a rather capable individual.
We've been working with Fumi long.
For a good while now.
You mind if I ask for a favor then?
Sure.
Don't know if it'd be the best place coming from me, but if you could just ask Fumi to ease up on Tadashi a little bit.
I can certainly try.
I'd appreciate it.
I'm going to just give him a nod as I'm going to start to fall back a little bit towards the back of the group and just start to keep my eyes out as we're just marching.
Okay. Feel free to do a perception check if you'd like. For Fumi, Amir kind of pings you as you're starting to get a little bit, or actually, where you guys have traveled the way that as far as you have, you would probably be out of range of Amir. As you get closer to the old Keldam, before you guys kind of hook your way back down to the main river, you get a ping from Amir, and basically saying that the creature has continued to move off. So the direction that you guys are, it would still kind of be trekking northeast from where you're at, from the Keldam.
Okay. I'll send him a warm, loving sensation. And I'll just keep that in the back of my head.
Okay.
As we're making our way back to the main river, Ty is just kind of ruminating on his thoughts, and at some point he's going to pull out his tome and flip like all the way to the back pages. He's going to pull out an ink and quill and just kind of chicken scratch just a quick note of I guess it would just be something along the lines of like, don't know what we're walking into. Can you let me know if we're getting in over our heads? And let the ink sink into the page and bleed out.
Yeah. As the ink bleeds out into the page, the ink kind of flows to the top of the page, and you see that it collects really quickly into just this little flit of a feather, and the feather drifts off and coasts towards the trail that you had originally investigated. And then just with the amount of ink, there goes another one and another one and another one. Doesn't seem... When you have seen this before, the more active the ink, the better the outcome tends to be.
Okay. I'll take a deep breath and just kind of, still not exactly used to how this works, but just in my head just kind of go, thanks, I guess. And I'll close the tome.
All right. Why not? I'll talk to Tadashi.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh god,
Fumi-
seeing that I just freak out.
Yeah, yeah, Fumi.
Tackle Fumi.
Stop! She's kind of keeping eyes out, but really looking back pretty often at the rescue group to make sure that we don't lose them.
Yeah.
And she'll, while looking back, see Tadashi. And just kind of, so, not adventuring for very long, huh?
Nope. This is turning over a new leaf. Career options are blossoming out before me, and I'm gonna probably die. But if I do, can you do me a favor? And if you're alive and I'm not, take whatever you want off my corpse and then burn the body. I don't have any religious rites that I need. Just torture me.
Sure. I'll be quite frank. This is quite the introduction you've made, just all day, kind of.
I get the sense that you don't much like me. That's fair and understandable. I don't like being here either. I'm very afraid. I've been a little on edge.
She'll break contact to kind of look back at where she's walking, thinking clearly. Look back at you and give you the up and down. I don't want to say that I don't like you, kid. I just think it should have been serious the whole time, rather than whenever you thought you were gonna die.
Yeah, I guess I didn't really get the idea, to be honest. I kind of, you hear stories in the taverns. They go slay a dragon, they go fight orcs, this, that, the other. I didn't know that it was. I didn't know there was more to it than just the going out and going on a little trip. It kind of seems a little less glamorous, and I wish I had thought to maybe try going into finance or mercantilism or anything but this. But, who knows? Maybe we'll find out very soon that I am a prodigious talent, and I will have many of those, Maybe I'll surprise all of us.
Sure. I think you're gonna do great, kid. If this really isn't the job for you, then there's always science. I could use researchers if ever. I can get you on a project, but I think wait it out a little longer. It doesn't seem like you've got Mostly doesn't seem like you have no talent for magics.
The magic's the easy part. I just don't really know how this stuff works. It's hard too, because I've never really been out of the crater much, so this, and he'll just kind of gesture to like treetops overhead, is incredibly odd.
Oh. Right, you're one of the city folks. You're not one of the, And she'll wave her hand, and leaves will fall. There's a little bit of a pleasant scent, and then it fouls very quickly. All of this nature, huh?
I don't know. I wish you could see how I operate inside a city, because for all of my lack of decorum here, I'm pretty good at what I do inside of civilization. I know lots of stuff, and I can do lots of stuff. But out here, it just feels like I'm gonna use a nature analogy, and you're gonna love this. Feels like I'm a saltwater fish in a freshwater pond. I can still swim, but I don't know how to breathe right.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. All right, well.
But yeah, torch my body if I die. If I don't, thanks for the commitment to do so anyway.
Right. We'll just see what you can do. And she'll break contact again.
My gills!
My gills like got fish asthma.
It's killing me.
Oh, woof.
All right, I'm leaving.
That was a beautiful spike after that set.
Yeah, take some psychic damage, everybody.
Oh man. Oh man, everyone's allowed one good pun a session, and Jay has used his, so we're moving on.
Were you guys having that conversation, like trying to keep it hush hush?
No, it was pretty vocal, and not quiet.
Okay. When Tadashi says, slaying dragons and killing orcs, I'm gonna look back, and does the half orc lady respond, or if they're within earshot?
She looks a little bit offended, and actually, for all of you, this half orc here, very much so leaning on the human side of half orc. Orcs in this world can have a very different coloration of skin, and her horns are like barely sticking out of her, her hair, but she looks more orc as in build, but she has a slight blue coloration to her skin. And if you all were to see her, you would probably expect she's probably something a little bit more on the one side. Actually, probably half orc's the best descriptor for her, just because she does have like small horns, but like very much so is leaning more of the half orc side of things, and moving on. And she blips a little bit, but especially being a half orc kind of amongst society here, you get the feeling, especially with your passive insight, Ty, you get the feeling that she's probably heard worse, and it's not necessarily worth fighting, but she did pick it.
If I can, I'll just catch her eye and just try to non-verbally give he's young, give him some grace.
And at that point you hear, "This is the slowest caravan I've ever been a part of," and she goes, "He's old, give him grace."
I don't know. I kind of agree with him on this one.
We can just throw him. Like, we could get him there very quickly. I mean, he is kind of small. I could do the same kind of deal. No.
Oh, I thought you meant in the river, and we can just say, "Oh shucks, we only found 3 of them."
No, he's the important one.
For a brief moment, Tadashi thought they were talking about him, realizing they're talking about Crane. There's like a
At this point, you all have essentially made it back to the main. You've made it to the river. Are you crossing back the same way that you did, or are you sending them on their way?
I think Fumi herself is going to go across just to assist with moving Crane across easier. But other than that, I think that's
no
where
other
we're
way after
send
that.
him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was just mostly curious if you were busting out the rope and doing similar things as before. So if that is the case, then we will,
Bearing Brigade.
Yep, just breeze through it, and you are able to, Fumi, especially with you assisting Crane. It's very helpful having a Goliath here, since he's kind of taking the brunt of it, but Crane is being very particular about his foot in the water, which you basically have to hold and escort as you are roping your way across, and everything. But you are able to send this party on their way, and as you all collect your rope, you turn back and head towards the Keldam. Upon returning back to the Keldam, you get one ping again, Fumi, from Amir. It is getting weaker, and sends a similar warm hug sensation back of, "Oh good, you're here," and then you get a little bit of a spine chilling feeling of Amir does not particularly love what Amir is seeing, and yeah.
All right. If that's so, then I'll peer through his eyes. What are we seeing?
You see a clearing. And in this clearing, there's a series of fallen trees, but there seems to be, in the center of this clearing, a dead portion of ground. And here, let me... For this...
Hi-ya! There's Amir.
Yeah, beautiful. For this dead portion of ground, amongst it, you see that there is a series of bones and bodies. A lot of the bones and the bodies seem to be some other kind of animals, but all of them have a very distinct trait amongst them. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me really quick, just to see what else you see on top of this.
Hi-ya!
Okay.
Amir got a 13.
Perfect. It's not hard to miss. All of them are missing their heads in some sort of capacity. Either the heads have been bust open or the heads are missing completely. But it looks like there's some deer here and some kind of wildcat, a wolf-like dog amongst here, and a couple of bodies of humans or humanoid figures. But amongst this is a massive creature that is sitting amongst the dead portion of this clearing, and seems to have caught some kind of large pig or boar while it was out and sniffing for food. And you see a tongue that is just whipping in and out of a skull and just
Nasty.
I was just going to say you see this massive figure with the dual horns, the blackened coat and all.
Great. My question was, this is a bunch of bones. Do any of the other carcasses appear mutated in any way?
You do not see any with a 13 that seem to be as such. This is with a mutation-esque spectrum that you're looking through that lens for. This thing in the center here looks to be the most mutated here.
Yeah, I figured as much. All right. That's terrible. I will get a general location ping from Amir, but I think that's it for him. I'm gonna dismiss him.
Okay. There's a very similar to the kind of coloration that you cast your magic with. He kind of just fades into the shadow with that little bit of dark.
Delightful. And I'll warn the party. Okay. Northeast, we gotta get going. It seems to be munching on some kind of hog right now. It is big. It is scary. But if we can get it while it eats, then maybe we can get the jump on this thing. Did it look injured at all?
No. With a 13, it looked rough. Like, it looks like it had been rubbing its body against trees and things, so
wild thing.
As damaged as a cow rubbing itself against a fence post could be.
Okay.
So, we planning on stealthing up to this thing, since we know its direction?
Yeah, I doubt its intelligence if it, well, it seems to be eating heads,
so it's trying to get smarter.
Maybe.
That was good.
I think all of you were okay, but I'll be sure to. I'm kidding. Yes, let's go northeast. Try to stealth up. Try to take this quick and quiet. The rest of you, I don't know what your original mission was. If you'd like to stay and help us, that would be very much appreciated.
I think, at least for me, our goals align still. Getting into this thing will hopefully make sure no one else gets hurt anyways.
That's the job, right?
Yep.
I'm just hoping there's a nice bounty for it when we get back to town.
Right, we might have stumbled into another board. I didn't think about that. All right. And,
She's gonna take his quarterstaff off his back from where it was like in a travel position and sling it more toward his waist so he can take it out to use, and will shift his robes to pull forward 4 sheathed daggers out toward his chest so he can pull them to throw. He's a weapons wizard, guys. He doesn't just use magic, he casts knives.
Kai's gonna take a moment quick and also just catch his breath and use a second wind.
Perfect.
There was a short rest. You
we
could have
short
short
rested.
rested.
We short rested.
short
Oh, when did we
rested.
short rest? I missed
When
it.
we were
Short
back at the
rested
camp.
when we were, yeah.
Okay. I didn't think we talked that.
Keep that.
Don't forget, there's a warlock in the party. Now I'm going to insist on short rests all the fucking time.
Guys, I need a coffee break. Guys, I need a coffee break. Guys, coffee break.
Caffeine.
That's his patron.
Old
This
Red Bull out
warlock
of my
is
wallet.
brought to you by Starbucks.
This warlock is brought to you by matcha. There we go, and we will move on. The I just love the concept of no, get your second wind back and just inhaling like
Like you steal
Someone guns
yourself.
it.
yeah. Okay, perfect. So for this, you all will be essentially coming from. Oh, come on, map. There we go. You will be coming from this area down here is where that trail would bring you to upon entering this clearing.
Anyway,
Not having
everyone-
the squares is like throwing me off. I'm like, I don't know where I'm supposed to be.
Hang on. I will put that back. I apologize.
No, I'm just.
And we don't-
I was gonna say.
Oh,
think
and by the
it's
way, we do hexagons here, Jay. Hexagons or vestigons, so we
Well, grid. Let me correct myself. Grid. Doesn't need to be squares. I just need a grid. I just need to know where
There
I
we go.
stand. Perfect. Hell yeah.
We rolling stealth.
stealth.
I was just about to ask how you wanted to approach this thing.
Stealthy.
Okay,
If possible.
then
Stealthy
I-
until it hears us, in which case
Yeah.
everything goes to shit.
I will say until you get to the clearing, this is your stealth check to get to where your positions are now, and we will do a group stealth. So,
Sorry, guys.
Eisen?
What?
What is
Almost
that?
a natural 20 on
Oh,
mine.
yeah.
oh, for your armor, that's right.
We're being sneaky. Chunk, 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 chunk.
His wings are all the way out.
It was a good plan. I didn't want
like-
to ruin it.
He's doing a bird mating dance.
Branches being hit and breaking amongst the wings, and
Hearing. No,
Let's go stealthy.
now it's like Nori's just like hearing how loud they are, so it just takes a wide berth and starts to like get away from them.
gets off to the side. Yeah. Okay.
I don't associate.
With that, so we've got a 2, 22, 15, 16s, and 12. Okay. Across the board, the group succeeds. So I will say, put yourselves wherever you would like to be. It seems like you have picked already, just due to the wide berth from Nori.
Do I smell?
Yeah.
I have a quick question. Is this like raised off the ground at all, or is it mostly just like in the pressed into the dirt?
This tree is toppled, and so there is a chunk that is sticking out. So where Kaizen is currently would give some cover as far as that goes. Or if you wanted to like hop upon it, there is a way that you could do that, and then Tarzan your way down if you feel so inclined.
Inclined?
Yes. That's
Okay,
that's-
everyone gets one pun. There's yours.
I told you.
Damn it. All right, well, that's my pun. Thanks, everybody. I've been Taylor, playing as Fumi.
Oh man, do you know how terrible that would be? As if we did a session where it's like for every pun you have to drop off for like 5 minutes. It's like you can't play.
Dude, I would
And then
I would
come
never
back in
play.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I think
Yeah,
that's-
cooked. Absolutely cooked.
Maybe not 5 minutes, but it's like, okay, you can't hear what's going on for like a minute of
You
gameplay.
have to
and come back
deafen
in and
for
then,
60
like,
seconds.
that's-
Yeah.
Yeah. Just totally
Fun
normal. Totally
timeout.
fine. Yeah. Or there's a second game going on where the pun is where there's a pun game and a non-pun game, and that would be an absolute disaster to run Anywho, I am digressing. The beautiful. Sweet. So, with your current positions, what would you all like to do? If anyone actively strikes at this, that because you're all hidden, go ahead and roll initiative just so that way we have a turn order. But that way we can.
Oh boy, I love it. Oh my god. Got a 4 for Fumi. Oh, it got closer.
That was unintentional. I was just trying to add a turn.
Ethan, where's your dexterity?
On a different character.
That's true.
Just wait until you'll see my intelligence.
We were doing point by. How did you get a 4?
Put my real intelligence in.
Oh please! you pulled enough good stuff as Isaac that doesn't count.
Oh, it's like Macbeth. You can't say his name.
Yeah.
Bro.
He is this campaign's Beetlejuice. There's gonna be Jade's statue somewhere in this world, and everyone's gonna panic.
Oh my god!
No, it's a jade statue, but with a human left arm.
It's-
Weirdly fleshy arm.
yeah, for Warforge. Okay, perfect. So, due to the fact that you all were able to successfully, as a group, I will give you 1 round, and we'll do Tadashi first.
Honestly, I guess if we're all just kind of loosing a volley, it would make sense he's going first because he's shooting a firebolt, so that's kind of the most clear set go button
Okay.
in terms of like being visible to the team. So yeah, it's an 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Okay, and that is 2 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Go next.
This creature does not seem to move from its nomming on this boar.
As in, it's so tough it didn't. The 2
You-
damage didn't matter, or it's like fire didn't matter.
You see that the fire has caught on some of the fur or this coat, but it just doesn't. It seems that it is a big enough thing that it did not seem impeded, or seem to notice at least.
Well, that bodes well, guys. That's one of 2 things I have that does damage. That's not a weapon.
Yeah, go up
It's
and
fine.
poke it.
I mean, it is also facing away from you, so
Yeah,
I mean,
fair,
it's you're hitting a downy coat right now. Like it's
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
it's not that you're not doing anything. It's that he's a big, disgusting, fluffy boy.
1 damage.
Nori.
Okay, gonna loose an arrow as I just take a shot at this thing while it's not paying attention.
30. No, I'm kidding.
16 damage.
Yes.
That's a dirty
At that
20.
at that point you hear this stop as the chewing stops, and on its turn, it won't have a turn this turn order, but you hear just this sniffing of this massive snout that pulls away from this boar that it's eating and starts to kind of sniff on the air.
Okay.
Next we have Ty.
Okay, I'm going to. Fuck it. Hello? I'm going to speed around here real quick.
Okay.
Just because I want to make sure that I'm staying. Just making sure we're not grouping up. And then as I'm running, I will pull out my tome and flip to a very specific page. And I will just try to focus real hard. And I'm trying to break into its mind. And I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force. So I need a intelligence save of 13.
Nope. just
Right.
nope. That's a base 4, regardless of intelligence, which it doesn't have a great amount of anyway.
That's what I was banking on. So as I feel that connection, I'm going to craft the image of the ground around it erupting out into spikes in a ring around it. And I'll just, as I feel that lock in, I'll call out, I'm going to try to keep it from moving. And that'll be my turn.
Yeah. Can you throw Phantasmal Force up really quick?
I sure can.
Oh, that's too many words.
Basically, it believes it to be real. If it tries to interact with it, it'll take that psychic damage. It can try to make an investigation check to see if it's to discern that it's an illusion.
Oh, okay, cool.
Thank you for the TLDR.
I think you can still force it to take the damage as well if it's in the area. You can like proc the damage at will. On each of your turns, such a phantasm can deal 2d8 psychic damage to the target if it is within the phantasm's area or within 5 feet of the phantasm.
So you could.
So if you're putting it in the box in the 10 feet, then yeah, you can just proc that per turn.
Yeah, then sure. I'll just do the 2d8 then as well.
Okay.
Get brain hurt, idiot.
Haha, squishy.
For 9 psychic damage.
Okay. The rest of you, as this happens, Ty, does this look like anything? Like, is there any magic that goes towards the beast, or?
I guess, yeah, no one else would see the spikes, but as it links, there is sort of a gold haze that kind of crosses over its head and then starts to spin in a very thin veil around it.
Cool. As this veil appears on this beast, this monster starts to just stomp and panic, and seems to be not liking the idea of being caged in by whatever this is. It will probably be, I will tell you here and now, this thing is going to hurt. As long as it stays there, it's not going to be sitting pretty. And so you just see it start to kind of buck and bronco in the middle of this glen. Anything else, Ty?
Nope. Action, bonus action, free action, telling them I'm trying to hold it in place. And that's it.
Okay.
I will run up. I'll have my maul in hand, and seeing it's kind of freaking out, I'll just sort of keep my distance, but try and basically look it in the eyes to goad it into charging at me.
It was facing away from you all, and it's currently probably still facing away from you.
Okay, but it's still bucking though, right?
Correct.
Okay. In that case, I'll just ready an attack if it gets within melee range.
Okay, sounds good.
And I'll return.
As Fumi, go ahead.
All right. Ever I, the secondary action taker, can I try to identify this thing?
Sure.
Do you want a raw nature check on this?
Yes, please.
You got it.
Raw nature.
Yeah, 19.
Wait 1 second.
Oh, you're fine.
Quick,
Okay,
make
attack.
another pun.
No,
Well,
no,
Tam
attack.
can't penalize
attack.
you. Make
attack.
your second pun.
No, I can still
cast
hear.
Mystic Form.
I do 90 damage.
What? With a nature check,
Yeah.
man, amazing.
Druids are so OP, dude.
I had a blow dart this whole time.
A blow dart of life siphoning.
I hit him with Hawk's Tranquilizer.
+5 death dealing
I
blow dart.
cast ketamine.
I guess. Hard drugs. Hey, next character.
Yeah, exactly. Fumi, the thing that sorry. The thing that stands out the most is the fact that not necessarily that this creature itself. Woof. So sorry. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Baby is babying. That's fine. I'll take my bonus action, which is to use the shifter ability. Not wild shape just yet. There's nobody really near me. Tadashi, what's your situation?
He threw a firebolt and he's just kind of chilling at the edge of the fight. Like he's purposefully kind of keeping himself within range of allies if he needs to cover them and or hide behind them because he is not a super confident guy. So he's very much in like kind of he's as locked in as you've seen him. He's kind of just scanning, keeping on his toes. He definitely doesn't want this thing getting close to him.
Delightful. You're not paying enough attention. There is a crunching sound as Fumi's limbs will elongate, and the area of her eyes extends a little, and she seems to be looking better. I am a Wild Hunt shifter. Nothing can have advantage on me, and I get advantage in wisdom checks. For the duration, which is a minute. And I get temp HP! Wait!
Hog.
Wait! How much?
All of it.
Where's it at? Quick, somebody tell me. I'm kidding, I can get it.
Now, just a quick question, Tim. What
Yes.
is the threshold through which I might or might not notice this? Like I don't know. I don't know. Like what is the determination there?
I would say if you're looking at Fumi, I'm guessing if currently you're probably more preoccupied with the massive
Yak attack.
yak ox thing in the middle of this. But yeah, that's definitely that will come up at some point if Fumi makes some sort of advancement.
If I run into combat, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so looking at
sure.
you look notably different now. It's just the
Notably
act of
different.
For
okay.
sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just the act of it happening
The
in
act of
front
the-
of you.
Okay, gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, that was the only thing.
And thank you for the drink break.
Hey, no problem.
As far as your nature check goes, you like there are wild ox or like these massive kind of oxen yak things that are amongst the forest naturally. They tend to be kind of root diggers and that sort of thing. People can harvest their coats for hides and that sort of thing. But they are significantly smaller than this. Much more traditional, like ox-sized beast. This thing looks distorted. This thing looks like it is not. And it's, even as it's kind of lumbering and kicking about, this does not feel like a fluid motion that this creature is used to doing. The secondary set of horns to you looks way like it is coming out of the very back of the skull to the point that it does not seem normal. If anything, the front set of horns seems like it hasn't grown that much. Like that seems to be the size that you would expect for one of these creatures, but everything else about this thing just looks and feels wrong, as if some kind of perversion of nature has happened here. And especially with the description that I gave earlier, the coloration of this beast, the darker that it gets towards the front of the body, the further back, and where Tadashi would have burned a little bit of the coat, that kind of grayish brown is a lot more common coloration for these animals. This thing, whatever it may be, seems something not right about it.
All right. Then I guess I will take main action here. I'm gonna swing around this log, kind of to this point, and I will breathe out a little bit of a shadowy type deal, and bring up my arm and slam it straight down, trying to beckon as much power. I'm gonna moonbeam it.
Very nice. Where
that is
do you put your moonbeam?
a con save. I'm gonna put it on its face.
Beautiful.
No illusions around here. Moonbeam. What is it? 5 down, 40 foot high?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just slam it on its spot. Why not? We'll do this direction. Now,
Okay.
just right in the middle.
Okay. So that would probably encapsulate like where the second pair of horns are and like the upper shoulders area. Weirdly enough, it's not necessarily that this is an illusion, but as you send this moonbeam down, it looks like you are looking at this creature through a lens. And the coloration of the coat is similar to what you see at the back. The black tends to fade away. The secondary set of horns seems to be faded within this moonbeam. And the face of it, you see this, and now that this thing has turned towards you all, you see this like bony, nasty face. And the face itself, once the moonbeam hits, is much more similar to what you would expect a typical yak to have a face for. And with a con save. Con save 15.
That saves. Mine
Okay.
is a 13.
Okay, it still takes half, so feel free to roll some damage.
13.
Oof. Okay. That seems to, even though this thing is kicking and freaking out, and while you saw the damage that Tadashi had done not really phase it, for a beast this big, you would expect it to kind of push through the damage that you could give. The damage that you gave it, it seems to still have hit as hard. It still winces a bit.
All right. Moved, bonus action, try to identify action.
Yeah.
I think I'm good. That's it for
Okay.
me.
Sweet. Now with everything, we're going to be at the top of the order, and we are officially in combat at this point, with the creature now getting a turn.
No.
Dun dun dun. All right. Tadashi is going to. I mean, seeing that this thing's freaking out in place and has an orbital laser on it, and probably being able to recognize that Fumi would be concentrating on that, so it's to our benefit not to let it run her down. He will fan out this way and launch another firebolt at it in hopes of kind of spreading its attention, keeping it on the back foot and disoriented. That is only a 9 to hit.
9 misses.
And then with his bonus action, since he is an illusionist wizard, he will use his enhanced minor illusion and in an attempt to further disorient it, he will create, you can do a sound range of 30 feet, so he would have had to angle a bit closer. Sorry, I didn't realize. I thought it was 60 feet, so he would have come in more this way. He will essentially create an intense sound of buzzing flies in and around its head. And the volume can be as low as a whisper or as loud as a scream, so he will make it buzzing flies, but of a volume intensity almost of someone shouting. So in the space where its head is just a very loud emanating buzz, shrill, kind of chirping cicada cacophony.
Talk about torturing a thing.
Well, he doesn't really want to give it a chance to get its bearings.
That's true.
He figures the only advantage we have is that it seems animalistically intelligent, and so the less chance we give it to get anything, the better. And that will be his go.
By the way, your illusion is 60 feet.
It is?
Yeah, improved illusions.
You're right. I get the extra range. That's why I thought that they didn't change it in the spell. My bad. Then I'm going, fuck that. I'm not getting any closer to this thing. I'm out. Thank you, Taylor.
There are dead bodies everywhere. I don't want to be anywhere near this.
I was like, I swear it's longer, and so I looked at it.
I was
right
confused. Here. Okay, perfect. Appreciate you. Anyway, that's my go.
Sweet. The
tiny tree man.
Yeah, Ty. How big is your box again? With the.
It is a 10-foot cube. Yes, I will draw it real quick.
Thank you. Appreciated.
Linger. So it'd be perfect. And it believes those spikes to be real, and then it has to use its action if it wants to try to discern that it's an illusion.
Got it. Okay. I will fix music later. Sweet. I just wanted to know at what point it needed to panic, or at what point it could get out of it. So with the with this beast seeing all these spikes, it is going to start to back off, but it doesn't seem to be in great control of itself at the moment. And it is going to move this way. And as it's exiting, does that also cause damage to it? Or did it, when it starts its turn, is that when it would get the damage, or?
The wording's a little bit odd. While affected by the spell, the target treats the phantasm as if it were real and rationalizes any illogical outcomes from interacting with it. For example, if the target steps through a phantasmal bridge and survives the fall, it believes the bridge still exists and something else caused it to fall. Affect the target can even take damage from the illusion if the phantasm represents a dangerous creature or hazard.
Okay.
Later on it says on each of your turns, such a phantasm can deal 2d8.
Okay, so currently it's just still panicking, and then if it was at the top of it, at your turn. Okay, cool. I just needed to know. You see that it is clomping, like it is actively stomping at these spikes below it, and it tries to get out of the way. However, again, it is not moving very quickly. That is about, actually, let's see. Yeah, it would get that far by just clomping its way out of these spikes. And will yeah, does not seem interested currently in trying to chase you all down. It just knows that it is in a box of hurt and a light bulb of pain and wants to get out of it. But with its current deformity, that seems to be as much as it can do. Actually, it will dash and go another 10 feet out.
Nice.
This large lumbering creature, Nori.
Okay. Let's see here. Well, I'm just gonna shoot a bow at it. Oh, it didn't. Okay. 16.
16 does hit.
Okay. 11 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna bonus action hide.
Beautiful. Go ahead and roll a stealth, please.
21.
21. You feel good.
This ain't my first time at the rodeo.
Going to be very hard to see.
Right.
Okay. Else that you would like to do? I think that's everything for you, Nori. Correct?
Yep.
And I apologize. The beast went before you. So sorry. We
okay.
will do Ty first. Ty next.
Okay. Seeing Fumi focusing on the spell, I'm in the same vein of wanting him or her to be able to hold that to the best of their ability. So I'm going to walk over here, and as I'm walking, I will again sort of just sweep the air around me and cause any latent moisture to coalesce onto my armor. And I will cast Armor of Agathis as a bonus action. And then, as I'm walking, I will point at it, and I will get my one for the day, and I will go, I've got you exactly where I want you, and I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery.
Absolute
Amazing.
cinema.
And that is a Wisdom save, DC 13.
Yep. That's very intense music for what just happened. Wisdom save. Oh no, 1. That's fine.
So it takes a whole 1d6 psychic damage.
Hey, stuff happens.
It takes 1 psychic damage,
Woo!
but it does have disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Okay,
Before the end of its next turn.
great. Good to know. Kaizen.
And that is it.
Alright. Enough staying back. I'm going in.
I'm going in.
Run up to it. And I'm gonna try and hit it with my maul.
Go fight win.
Oh, I rolled it to GM. Well, it was a 7. Oh, God.
Yeah. It's similar to what Tadashi had experienced of, instead of like you actually actively hitting, you go to strike it with your maul and you just get hair. It's you hit the beast. It's just you hit the armor of the beast.
Fair enough. Oh boy. I'm gonna action surge.
Okay.
As I'm gonna try and hit it a second time. Ooh, not great. 14?
14 misses.
Shit. Alright, that'll be my turn then.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm double checking. Phantasmal Force does move with the target. Because the magic is seated in their mind. It's not a set location.
Yes. For sure. Okay, cool. It's still trying to run away. it actively is stomping at the ground around it as the spikes
Yeah.
continue to grow wherever it wants.
Yeah, just wherever it moves, the spikes are crawling along the ground and corralling it.
Oh, so it just has
that-
a 10-foot cube on itself that
Right.
is.
Yes.
Oh,
The the phantasm can't be more than a 10-foot cube, but the magic moves with it.
Got it.
That's so much nastier than I realized. Holy.
Also, what a torturous thing to do to it.
Yeah. But so then it would have also taken an additional 6 damage from that on my turn.
Great. This thing's not looking super happy, everybody. Okay, Fumi.
Great. Great things are happening all around me.
Everybody thinks I'm important. That's because I am. Fumi takes her arms and tries to drag at the air. Nothing happens initially, but then she'll rake her fingers at it, cutting through the shadows that came from her mouth. And lets out a little grunt of exertion here, and she'll move the moonbeam back onto.
That's another save for myself.
That's
correct?
another save, another con save for me. For you, yes.
Nope, that's a 2, everybody. It's fine.
Everything
What?
is awesome.
What great fortune. Give a brother 2d10 radiant damage.
Okay, with that being failed, Fumi,
Mhm.
where do you affix this moonbeam?
Back to the head because it was a strange sensation the first time.
Okay. How does your moonbeam react as this creature falls?
Oh. The moonbeam itself is just like you're getting hit with a flashlight. The part that happens to a body whenever it's within it is like yellow cracking. Any kind of illusion cracks underneath it, any kind of skin, it visibly gets cracked by this light that's
Okay.
taken.
Okay. As you all see this beam of light hit this creature and starts to crack and fracture,
Bless you.
there is, thank you. There is a point where this creature almost looks like it starts to fall apart. The horn cracks off and falls to the ground. The skull cracks off and breaks. Kaizen, this massive behemoth of a thing in front of you just like almost dog flops in front of you. But where the moonbeam hit is you just see portions breaking and cracking. Kaizen, go ahead and do a perception check for me if you would, since you were the closest to it.
18.
Let me. Wow. I have no idea why it keeps playing more battle music. Hey, Kaizen.
Phase 2
will you-
of the fight.
Yeah. Kaizen, will you move to Mataro really quick for me?
Ooh,
Oh,
Oh,
we're getting secrets.
Kaizen, right about where the moonbeam hits on the back of the on the back of its head, you see, and you would have seen this, not necessarily in this manner, but you would have seen this item in other monsters that you have fought. There is a shard, a black shard that falls to the ground within the body. but it seems to almost crackle for a second amongst that moonbeam. It's still amongst the body and still amongst the flesh, but there is a small chunk of black energy that has seemed to fall within this beast. And you would have been able to see that happen being as close as you are.
Okay.
Wasn't threatening anybody. Who said that?
I was just about to ask Tony, did that absolutely break things?
I don't think so. Did it?
Okay.
Oh wait.
so
Oh
we-
wait. Actually, yeah, it did. Hold on.
It didn't drop stream.
Maybe-
We just lost
Yeah.
cameras.
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay.
I could fix it in just 1 second.
Because I was like, hang on, we are doing this in Streamlabs instead of. We were doing this in Streamlabs previously.
In the future, we could always just have the people that are not privy to the secret like deafen in the call,
Yeah,
and then
Yeah.
just
that works.
get the signal to
Need
undeafen
a
when
hand
it's on.
sign.
Hey,
Yeah,
yeah,
that might be
look, there's ways that can happen.
Or we could just, we could just boot them from Discord.
Hard kick.
Ah!
What do you guys kind of
Okay.
agree to?
Okay, well,
See that?
it looks like my cam is still being silly, but that's okay. We will venture forth. So, this beast has fallen.
Great.
What would you all like to do?
The beam keeps moving. It keeps going past him into the next little area, and eventually Fumi will collapse forward to try to get it to stop, and it does, and she'll return to her normal form.
So I would assume that part maybe Tadashi would see.
That part, yes, and she's panting on her hands and knees.
I'll turn around and go to start helping you up. Pause for a second. Wipe away all the frost so I don't damage you as I pick you up.
Here, I'll help you.
Right.
Frostbite.
Frostbite.
Are you all right? I seem to take quite a bit out you.
Yeah, I'm fine. It's nothing. It's nothing, and she'll get up with your assistance.
Tadashi will cast message, so a whisper only Fumi can hear, and just say, "Was it the spell or your alteration that exhausted you?"
You do not get a response.
A second message. Sorry if that was personal. I'm just
Pick up.
curious about the nature of things. Call me back now.
You can call me back at 365-442.
1738.
Okay. Great. Well, this has drastically changed. I guess let's go up and search the body. What's going on with the body?
Hold up. There's some thing, and Kai will kind of point out the energy, and the crystal he saw.
Okay. Yeah, this thing that Kaizen points out to you is still within the body of this beast, so you'd have to like stick your hand amongst this broken flesh in order to retrieve it. But he does point out that there seems to be some kind of dark stone that has fallen within the body.
Let's hold off on touching it for a few minutes. I can cast a spell to see potentially the nature of the magic. And once again, Tadashi will ritually cast Detect Magic to see if it pings a specific school, or like the general. What are the magic-y vibes of the scary rock?
How big is the stone?
It's actually not magic, guys. It's just uranium.
My hair just starts falling off.
It's just-
Guys, I don't feel so good. Fucking eye just waves off to the side.
Every orifice just starts to thin trickle of blood.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forget that detect magic has the laws that it does. And I completely spaced the school. The stone is maybe about the size of the palm of your hand. And it is a black stone, very smooth, but has a dark kind of cackling, or not cackling, like crackling pattern to it, of deep, deep, deep purples and reds. This seems the closest that this magic would appear is some kind of transmutation, but it does not seem normal. As far as like the style of class, that's probably the closest that you could get with this.
I would recommend we don't touch it, considering what it may have done to the creature. So, if we don't mind taking another few minutes, I can safely retrieve it without us having to interact with it ourselves. Unseen servant ritual.
Great.
As you're saying that,
yeah.
I go to start reaching for it, and a pale gold hand extends off of mine. I'm gonna cast Mage Hand to grab it and pull it out.
Tadashi will toss you a piece of cloth to wrap it in, so we don't have to handle it physically.
Based on the nature of where it's located, was it like this oxen thing ate it, or was it implanted, or hit with it? Kind of trying to get.
Go ahead and do a check for me. I would say
Yes.
either perception or nature.
Give a brother a let's do perception. 25, a nat 20.
Nat 20.
Jeez Louise.
Natty 20.
Lower drop. Lower drop.
I could riff
Oh,
more.
I'm so dependent. I'm debating. I just looked down and this will be our final lore drop of the night. The way that this is placed, and now that this thing between your moonbeam breaking this creature and between your now that this is away from it, you start to see the black of this beast starts to kind of almost smoke off, but the oxen stays here. The body very, very slowly is starting to shrink and revert back to the size. And if you are all here for long enough, you see that this thing does indeed shift all the way down to the size of a typical yak creature that you would expect to see in the forest. And it's at that point that you really start to see where. And it looks like, specifically, it looks like this would have been almost placed between the shoulder blades of the back and near the spine. It does not seem to be far enough down to be hitting some kind of esophagus or intestinal tract. Very much so seems to be within some sort of muscle within the back kind of wither area of this now very dead, kind of sad looking creature. It does look as almost as the skin does look stretched. It does look like this thing has been through the ringer as far as what a single body can handle to be. But whatever chaotic magic caused this seems to be no longer.
It's a shame. Ox leather's usually pretty nice to work, but seems a little bit haggard.
More than haggard, I think it's probably cursed.
Yeah, well, there's still the kelp skin that we left at the mill, so still something to make a coat out of, I suppose.
Did one of you warn them that there would be the body of the Kel?
Mm-mm.
Good answer.
I'm sure
I
that
mean-
Crane will handle it with all due decorum. He seemed very competent.
I mean, it is dead and draped over logs. I mean, and we told them that we took care of it. Hopefully they can put 2 and 2 together.
Sure.
I said hopefully.
With everything they've been through.
I said hopefully. They freak out. There's extra stab marks in it. While they were all going through that and checking out that yak, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my little vulture style mask, and I'm going to go through all these bodies and look, 1, to see if there's anything of value, 2, to see if we can find the body of the newest dead, possibly dead person, probably dead person.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and I will say specifically with your background, I will give a advantage on this check for today.
Okay.
Victory.
23.
Nice. You, amongst all of these bodies, you are able to find probably the most recent. You do find a dwarven figure. She does seem between like the calluses and the tools that she has on her person, does seem to be someone who would have worked for a lumberyard. In that regard, a series of axes, of small chisels and that sort of thing are on her person. But very similar to the other bodies that you find here, her skull has indeed been cracked and there is nothing in it. It seems to have been licked clean.
Ooh.
Those tavern bards are full of shit. This is not like the stories made it seem.
Okay, so I will.
No, it's dark work. It's work that needs to be done, and there's a certain honor in that, but it's not pretty.
Okay, I drag out her body and be like, okay, maybe we need to take this back. It's a brutal sight. We could just say that we took care of it.
We don't know what customs to put her to rest under, do we? I didn't think to ask.
Typically, I just go with whatever I have time for. If I have time to bury them, I'll bury them. If I don't, I burn them.
I can very easily procure a way to bring her back that won't require carrying her body. I can summon a floating disc that we could put her on if we want to bring her. It's just a matter of, like you said, if it's the right thing when she's in this state. That's I'll leave it to the more qualified minds to decide, but if you want me to, I can summon the disc.
Take her personal effects off of her, and
Yeah, Fumi's gonna look around. Just thinking about this area, is it low enough, like wilderness, wildlife, that if we made a small grave, would it be disturbed? Is it pretty enough? Is it accessible enough?
Aside from the dead area that whatever that beast was created, it's a gorgeous section of forest. But I mean, animals are wont to do. It's not unheard of for boars to dig up graves or for some predators to do so as well if the grave is shallow enough. But you kind of get the feeling, especially Fumi, with you knowing this area, like you get the feeling that probably other creatures would leave these corpses alone if you did bury them. They don't seem to have any draw to them at the moment.
Delightful. Great. Bring her over here. I can bury her. I know basic rights with her of my order, of my grove. And that's really about as good as we're gonna get.
He wasn't the only victim. Maybe we just torch the whole place and let
That's-
nature retake it.
So I was thinking about, my plan was to put them all inside this dead tree and set the dead tree on
Light
fire.
it ablaze. Yeah. Very well. I feel like that's satisfactory for our ideals.
Okay.
Personal effects, of course.
I'll take personal.
Rings.
Yeah, personal effects. Also, anything. I'm also looking at, as we're moving these bodies. I am looking for anything that is valuable on them.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and roll one more investigation check for me, please. And this one will just be straight.
Can I give advantage?
Yeah, if you want to.
I'm
assist.
helping, yes.
Yeah.
15.
Okay. As far as personal effects goes, this is like a mixture of bodies here. You are able to procure like 3 foxtails. You are able to procure a set of antlers. You are able to find off of the human-esque bodies. You're able to find a notebook that seems to have a ledger as far as like plant identification goes. You're also able to find about 20 pieces of gold across all of these bodies. And besides the chisels and the woodworking tool or woodworkers tools on the dwarf, you are also able to find a small you find a couple of small tokens on the dwarf of seems to be with a tortoise on them.
My favorite.
I see. What did
How
you-
many humanoid bodies were there total?
Oh, 5 that were at least identifiable enough. There are more bones and bodies in here, but it's like pieces.
Tadashi will ask Nori if he can borrow one of the chisels, and at one of the trees outlying the clearing before we set it, set the center dead tree alight, he'll just chisel into the trunk. Here lie the souls of 5 and maybe more put to rest by the pyre. And then he will return the chisel.
Okay. I also that journal that has the like local flora kind of thing.
Yeah.
I definitely pocket that.
If not you, then me. Yeah, I'm happy.
Perfect.
Outdoor people. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's my hobby.
It's my inside of that book there's a couple of like samples of like pressed leaves and flowers and things amongst them, but as you all take the time to put the bodies into this tree and set it alight, the way that the hollow of this almost sets it like a chimney effect, and directs the smoke up and above the clearing. As this burns and burns into the day, we will pick up there next week. Woo woo.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
Good
look
job,
at that.
everybody.
Tadashi survived.
So
Yeah.
worried that he was gonna die.
He still is.
Yep.
In his brain, there's gonna be a second phase of this boss fight. He just doesn't know
He
when.
just doesn't know when.
Doesn't know when or from where, but he knows it's not over.
It's
Yeah.
Fumi. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't the monsters, it was
Division.
us.
Yeah.
He gave us free reign to take his valuables if he's dead. Everybody jump him.
Put him in the pyre.
Hey, look real quick over there, and then just push.
Yeah. Someone grabs the ankles, someone grabs the hands, it's fine. Swing.
Look at the flowers, Tadashi.
Oh my
Like
So-
holding the
Getting
book.
young Yellard.
Yeah, holding the book out. Oh,
Jeez
look at the
Louise.
flowers. Look.
Gosh, dang it. Well, on that super chipper note, we will see you all next week, same time. But thanks everyone for joining in on this, and we will see where the group